What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Eric's house, and today we're going to be reviewing Exorcist Believer, the brand new Exorcist film that's supposed to be a sequel to the original Exorcist in the style of all these horror movies these days, a requel, if you will. So this film I had no faith in. To be quite honest, David Gordon Green, I'm not a fan. Did not like the new Halloween trilogy, even though I'm a diehard, huge Halloween fan. Did not like the new trilogy, especially Halloween Kills, which was just stupid. And then Halloween Ends came out of left field with a new character. And it was just like, what is this? This wasn't planned. Clearly, y'all are just throwing shit at the wall, see if it sticks. And it was really bad as well. Terrible, actually. So the first movie, 2018, Halloween, was decent, but even that one had massive problems. So all told, I think the trilogy is pretty much garbage. That being said, I still went to check this one out. David Gordon Green is supposed to be at the helm here. This is supposed to be a new trilogy, so you figure the first one might be the best one. It probably will end up being the best one if they release more of these movies. Look out. Don't have high expectations at all, because actually the first half of this one was the half that I rather enjoyed. I thought that it was pretty cool. Kind of a mystery of what's going on with these two little girls who are friends. Both of them are heading out into the woods. One of them wants to do like a seance to try to contact her mother who passed away earlier in the movie. So the movie kind of opens in Haiti. We have this husband and wife, and I won't go through the whole plot, but just the setup is basically there's a husband and wife. She's pregnant. There's a massive earthquake, and all of a sudden she's in trouble. She's hurt really bad, and the doctors tell him he has to save one or the other. They can't save both, either the daughter or the mother. So then we jump into modern day, and he's got a little girl. So you figure, I don't know, maybe he picked the daughter apparently, or whatever, we don't really know. But anyway, as it is, he's got a daughter. Now him and his daughter, those are the main characters in this movie. The other little girl doesn't get much character development. Her parents don't get much character development, but the two are friends. They go out into the woods because the one wants to contact her dead mother. So they're doing seances and stuff. And all of a sudden they just disappear. Gone. Basically presumed dead after 2 or 3 days. I mean, there's a search party out there. People have hope, but you kind of figure it's been a huge storm. It's been raining. There's no way, right? They're probably dead. Turns out they're still alive. They're found in a barn. It's really weird because they have no recollection of being gone. They think they've only been gone a few hours. So really interesting. I love this setup of this movie, to be honest, even though I don't know where this is going to tie in with the Exorcist franchise. And obviously, I already know we're going to get into some exorcism shit here in the second half, and I'm not really sure how that's going to tie in. By the time the movie's halfway over, I'm like, I wish this wasn't an Exorcist movie. I just want this to be a good old-fashioned crime movie and figure out what the hell's going on here. Let's get an investigation going. Let's get the cops up in here. And that's the kind of movie I'm feeling now. But I knew that wasn't the movie we were going to get. Instead, it did turn into, of course, an Exorcist movie because it's an Exorcist movie. Which I love the original Exorcist because it's freaking scary. It's insane. And it just has that 70s vibe, too. That really makes it extra creepy. This one doesn't really have that. Obviously, it's going to be a lot more polished. But I'm still giving it a chance because I'm still feeling what's going on. I thought the setup was done really well. I thought it had really good cinematography, good music. It was kind of creepy. Everything that was set up properly. And I'm kind of like, dude, halfway through, I'm like, what are people bitching about? This movie's not that bad. I mean, I'm not saying it's the freaking best thing ever, but it's not bad. I'm enjoying it. I'm feeling it. And I also like when they find the girls, they talk to them, you can tell there's something a little off about them. But you figure, hey, they've just been, traumatized. What they've been through the last 3 days. We don't even know. Of course, they're a little messed up. So that's to be expected. But as viewers, we kind of know, they're about to go off. Okay, they're not themselves at all. And sure enough, okay, they're both possessed, and we already know that. So as the movie goes on, it gets a little dumber because we get into the Exorcist scene, and I can just tell the way that this movie was progressing. And typically it's the Catholic Church, or the church is, when you bring the priest and they're trying to do the exorcism to get it out of there. But is the possessed demons too powerful? Blah, blah, blah. That's kind of the whole idea with these movies. But David Gordon Green wants to bring in his personal beliefs into this. And we can tell, I assume David Gordon Green or somebody, but we can kind of tell that he's going for this direction of community, just like Halloween Kills, right? community, the people, basically fuck the church, and we need to accept all religions, which is all well and good in the real world. And of course, freedom of religion. I got respect for all religions, okay, no problem. But for an Exorcist movie to try to shove that in here didn't really vibe, didn't really work, and it turned out dumb when they were doing the Exorcist and the exorcism on the two girls. And then all these different religions are taking their turns doing their thing. And it's just really comes off as you shove this in there for your own personal beliefs. Like, you couldn't just stick to the basic formula of an Exorcist movie. You had to go to this new weird thing. And it just didn't feel right. It felt dumb to me. And a lot of the dialogue kind of got stupider as the movie went along. There was some questionable dialogue in the first half. I mean, these aren't the greatest writers. Some of the writers involved in this movie, can't remember their names, but the same guys who've been involved in some trash in the past. Danny McBride, who I like as an actor, funny guy. But as a writer, his name was, and maybe he's great. I don't know who to blame, okay, we don't know, but I just know he was also involved in writing those Halloween movies. So Danny McBride, David Gordon Green, hard pass on when I see these names, and sure enough, the movie got pretty dumb at the end. I thought the twist was so obvious. I thought I could tell what was going to happen, and then things just happen. The little girls just say what has to be done. Basically, you got to kill one of us, or you got to choose. You got to choose. Like, you just say that? I mean, why? Where's this coming from? And then it just the way I just can't really describe it without spoiling the whole thing, but just the way that it kind of plays out here at the end of this film, I found to be dumb, eye-rolling, and the second half is not that great and didn't really compare at all to the original. Shout out to two girls. They did a really good job. They were freaky. They knew how to smile and in a creepy ass way, and they went all out. The practical effects pretty good in this movie. Good practical effects, good special effects overall. Didn't see a whole lot to complain about there. And the looks great, looks fine. Audio's good, music is good, all that decent, no doubt about it. Acting solid. So just got to give a shout out where shout outs are due. And at the end of the day, this is a movie of two halves, I feel. And the first half is pretty good and pretty intriguing, but not so much as an Exorcist movie. And the second half gets totally dumb. And then, of course, you have Ellen Burstyn back in this movie as Chris McNeil. And I don't think a lot of Exorcist fans are going to appreciate her role in here. She's obviously just put in there as the name, and they paid her $1 billion trillion, not that much, but they paid her a whole bunch of money and had to give to her charity or something. I don't remember the details, but anyway, she didn't want to be in this movie, and they pretty much gave her an offer she couldn't refuse to come back and read this awful script that she had to be a part of, and I'm sure that she knew it was trash, but came back, and ultimately, like I said, it's a movie of two halves. I like the first half. The second half kind of falls apart for me. But all told, did I have a good time? Was it entertaining enough? Sure, it was entertaining enough. I think it's a movie that will insult, if you're a hardcore religious person, you might not appreciate it, even though, of course, the entire, idea of this movie may not be something up your alley, but at least traditionally, it's a fight between the two sides, the church and the demons and the possessed, whoever's possessed. And you have this battle going on to see if they can succeed in this exorcism. But here we have this dumb idea about community and all, we have to bring it in. Basically, I don't know how to say it, but this day and age, we know what movies are doing, and they can't just accept, hey, the church, this is the movie, this is fiction, this is the movie. You don't have to believe in their religion, but this is the movie. Respect the movie, you're taking charge of it, respect it. But no, they had to bring in their personal beliefs, in my opinion, and kind of jack it all up. So that's just how I feel about it. But let me know your thoughts on it. What did you think if you checked it out? The Exorcist Believer. All in all, end of the day, see it if you're bored. That's the best I could say for this movie. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen. It's not great at all. And but I have a feeling it's going to be the best in the franchise if they continue with two more. I got a bad feeling about the next two. Who the freak knows what they're going to do? But David Gordon Green, I haven't seen all his movies. I'm hearing that maybe he actually won't be involved in the next two in the sequel, but the sequel reportedly is already in the works and really has a release date for April 2025, but it could get canceled. But David Gordon Green, I'd love for you to just go ahead and get out of it. Get out of it, let someone else do it. I don't think it's going to be great no matter what, because it's 2025. But he just, I just don't understand, the filmmaking process when you have so many millions of dollars and so many millions of fans and think you can just do whatever you want, however you want, just on the fly, no planning, bring in your personal beliefs, change everything up for your own agenda, and you end up with garbage. Garbage, like the whole Halloween trilogy, complete, utter garbage. You ain't bold, you're just dumb, and it sucks.